Hello and welcome back to F1 22 Driver Career Mode. It's been a while, about 3 weeks, so we've had like a little mini summer break of our own, but we're back, and we are back for the British Grand Prix. And what better way to bring this series back than our home race? Canada last time out was gonna be a good result for us. Possibly even a win. We were battling with Max. We kept swapping positions. We had a safety car. We had mixed up strategies, but our engine gave up. So it wasn't meant to be. But that doesn't matter, because we look forward into this race and of course the championship, currently on 99 points. We haven't scored. Well, we didn't score in the last race, so still on 99 points. Max all the way up there with 142. It's still possible. This race is still on. We can still get this championship. We just need some really good results and lots of upgrades coming our way over the next few weeks. So hopefully we can get ourselves up there at the top. You can see that Ferrari and Red Bull are just marginally ahead of us in the R&D chart at the moment, but we're there. We're up there, so we can still fight. And hopefully with those upgrades we bring, we can just edge them out and have the best car on the grid. But we'll see. With all that said, it is time to head to Silverstone for qualifying. Here we go then, out onto the track at Silverstone, setting a purple Sector 1 at the beginning of Q1. Always good to see. Oh, never mind. Round we go. Nice little 360, and that's that lap in the bin. So, only going to get one shot at Q1 whether we like it or not. What can we do? Currently all the way down in last, having not actually set a time yet. Round we come, through the final corner. Up to P3. Not bad for only one attempt. Only 1/10 away from Max and just 100th away from Lando. So it's looking good. I think we might be in for a shot of pole here. So yeah. Pretty happy with that. It's only 3/10 in the top 7, so it's going to be a close battle for pole, I think, this one. But if we can just keep ourselves composed, I reckon we can do it. 3/10 up then. We've already set one time that put us into P5, and at the back end of Q2, purple sector 2. As we head down the straight down towards Stowe, what can we do? Can we gain a bit more time here? Yes, we can. To 6/10 gain now. 6/10 up on our previous time. Into the final corner. Just over the curb nicely. Oh, a bit of a bump there. More time saved into the final corner. That is P1. So going into Q3, we're in a very, very strong position then. 4/10 from Lando Norris. It's looking good. It's looking very good. Only 8/10 in the top 8. 1.2 seconds cover the top 10. It's actually quite a much bigger spread than I thought. So I wonder if people just didn't go. What happened here? We just made it out in Q3. Obviously, we've already set a time. We're first. But we're going again. We just made it over the line at the very last second. Not improving so far though. Bit of a wobble there through Cops. And we're backing out. Everybody's finished their laps, it looks like. Yeah, we backed out of that one because we just didn't need to complete it. However, possibly the most anticlimactic finish, but we did get pole. We got on pole by 2/10 of a second from Lando Norris. Sergio Perez only just a little bit further back. So Max Verstappen though the championship leader, down in 4th place. This is a good opportunity for us. This is very good. Let's go racing.
We return once again then to the home of British motorsport and the birthplace of the Formula One World Championship. It's race day here at Silverstone, and it's time for the British Grand Prix. Straddling the border of Northamptonshire and Buckinghamshire, the 18 corners of Silverstone Circuit form the 3.6-mile beating heart of Formula One. It's been reinvented over the years, with Turn 1 now the fast right-hander of Abbey, but the magic of racing is as strong here as it's ever been. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Marshall lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Verstappen, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Gasly, Sainz, Ocon, Fernando Alonso, and George Russell, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Kevin Magnussen and Stroll, Vettel, Schwartzman, Mick Schumacher and Alex Albon, Ricciardo and Nicolas Latifi. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
I know this is your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks.
Alright, here we go then, from pole position for the British Grand Prix.
You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
Medium tyres onto the hard tyres seems like pretty much the only strategy around here. There is an alternate with the softs, but I just don't think it's worth. The pit lane's so long here, you have to really pull out a huge gap, and I don't think I quite have the pace to do that, so medium to hard it is. I thought about doing hard to medium, but being on pole, we need to get a really good getaway. So you can see me on the left there playing around with soft to hard, but the soft just falls off so quick around here. It just wasn't worth it. So medium to hard it is. We need a good start here.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Keep an eye on the lights. Here we go then. The start sequence will begin.
For the British Grand Prix, 5 red lights coming on now. And we're underway. It's a sluggish start for me, not the greatest, and we're getting absolutely swamped from right and left. Norris goes into the lead as we head into turn 1. Perez, though, round the outside, overtaking both of us into the lead of this race, and now we are down in 3rd place. That was a horrific start. Max Verstappen having a look here around the outside, but we're going to do everything we can to hold him back. Lewis Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton in 5th place. Pierre Gasly down in 6th. Carlos Sainz 7th. Esteban Ocon 8th. Fernando Alonso and George Russell round out the top 10. Here we go then, though, chasing down. Look at this from Carlos Sainz on Esteban Ocon. Esteban going around the outside, and then you have the inside line. And here we are. Max Verstappen has made his way through, and we're down into 4th place. Not the best lap 1 for us at all. We need to get our head down and just absolutely focus now, because, yeah, we got some work to do. Hamilton not that far behind, just 3/10. He might be a threat as we head into the next straight. Yeah, thanks for that. We will do that as we all head to the back end of lap 1. Sergio Perez leads the way from Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. Not what I wanted to be saying here, given that we started on pole, but it is what it is. We have opportunities. Things could change. Safety cars can happen. You never know. So we don't give up. We're going to keep our head down and just focus. Sebastian Vettel looks like he's just got past Kevin Magnussen in the Aston Martin, his former team, of course, in that AlphaTauri. And here we come. Sergio Perez over the line, and on to lap 2 we go. What can we do in this race? We've got to at least get ourselves back onto the podium and beat Max Verstappen if we stand any chance of scoring enough points to bring ourselves back into this fight. Fastest lap for us now onto lap 4, and of course we will have DRS now, so we might be able to make a move here. What can we do? On the power as soon as we can. ERS on, DRS open, It wasn't meant to be on that straight, obviously, as we move. Whoa, a bit of a moment there as the ERS goes on a bit too early. And we almost lose the back end. Gasly's got his way past Hamilton up into P5. What can we do? Perez locks up, goes straight on, and loses 3 places in one corner. Let's have another look at that. Here he is on the way down into Stowe. He just locks up. Norris goes through. Verstappen goes through. He tries to close the door, but we stay committed. And that's 3 places in one corner. That was an expensive mistake for Perez. Now, Lando Norris leads the British Grand Prix from Max Verstappen and myself. Here we go, though. We might have a run on Max here down into Copse. Look at this speed we're gaining so fast as we go up the inside. Into Copse we go. Side by side. And we're through. And that is us up into second place. What can Gasly do, though? He's 3.8 seconds off Perez at the moment, but he obviously has a bit of pace in hand because he managed to get his way past Hamilton. And that's no easy feat. So Gasly might be a contender later on in this race when all the strategies play out. We'll see. Lando Norris, though, a commanding lead for him. I say commanding, it's only half a second, but it's good enough given that it's been a... oh, look at this. Lando Norris, from the lead of the race, is retiring with engine failure. That's cruel. His home Grand Prix as well, and he was in front. And his engine's gone. So that puts us into the lead of this race. Max Verstappen, though, from 4th place, has got himself all the way up into 2nd, and he might take the lead now into turn 1. That's a ballsy move, that is, into turn 1. And he does so. Max Verstappen now leads this race. He seems to have just unreal straight line pace. In fact, we both do. The slipstream is so strong around here. Can we get him back? Look at this, though. We're just absolutely reeling him in. Up the inside. Up the inside we go. Max is coming back, though. He's not done. He's not done. And that's going to compromise me a bit because normally I swing out quite wide for that corner. And we do make it stick, at least for now, on lap 9. We are leading the British Grand Prix. On to lap 12 then. We're still leading. We should be nearing the pit stops now. Looks like an Aston Martin has already made a pit stop all the way back. You can look at the mini-map on the bottom left. Drop right the way back. As we come in at the end of lap 12. Verstappen in as well? Yes. So we are in. Verstappen is in. I'm surprised he pit on the same lap as us. Onto the hard tyres. Good pit stop. And we do come back out ahead. We actually gained a bit of time there on Verstappen. Cold tyres as we come back out onto the racetrack. And still net lead at the moment. Of course, everybody in front is now pitting, as you can see. Sergio Perez, though, has pulled off an almighty overcut as he comes out into the lead from 3rd place. That's mega. Fair play, but he's got cold tyres, so he's going to have to work super hard. And around this track, if he takes too much life out of them, they're just not going to last very well. So this should be a fairly easy overtake. Down the inside, round we go. Almost a bit of contact there, but we both managed to avoid it. And that's us back up into the net lead of this race. Daniel Ricciardo and Pierre Gasly, of course, have not pitted yet. They should, I would imagine, be thinking about pitting at the end of this lap, but we'll see. Everybody else, though, has pitted. So now, we've got the 2 Red Bulls battling, and hopefully they will start battling soon, and we'll be able to just pull out a bit of a lead, because they both want this championship. Gasly's in the pit lane. Here he comes. Is he going to make the lead? Almost does. He does, technically, but we're going to go round the outside while he's on those ice cold tyres and take that back. But that puts Pierre Gasly into 2nd place. Can Sergio Perez get past him here? It's going to be interesting. It seems like no, but I could be wrong as we come down here into the corner. What's he going to do? No, Perez is too busy trying to fend off Verstappen, so Gasly has found himself in a cracking position. That'll be great news for McLaren, given that Lando is, of course, leading this race, and then his engine blew up. We've got a yellow flag there in sector 3, and the safety car is deployed.
There appears to have been an issue with multiple stock vehicles on the track.
Tsunoda's out. I didn't see who else was out, but here's what happened. This is Sebastian Vettel in the AlphaTauri coming into the final corner, and just loses the back end, parks it on the racing line, and here's Tsunoda. Bang! Straight into the traffic. And who's this? Alex Albon. Straight into the traffic. So, 2 retirements.
Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
Oh, we nearly spun it round there as we put the car into neutral. But, yeah, just trying to match the safety car delta, which seems really slow. But no interesting pit stops to really talk about, because everybody had just pit a couple of laps before, so we've all got pretty fresh tyres. But yeah, we're going to lead this race as the safety car comes in.
We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car's into the pit lane.
When are we going to bolt it? We'll find out in a minute. Lap 21 of 26, just 5 laps to go. We're in the lead from Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen. Pierre Gasly has lost himself a couple of positions. I don't know when that happened, actually. But we've gone. And hopefully we would have caught Perez sleeping a little bit. It seems like he got a good getaway. Max is a bit further back. Gasly just behind. And that was a decent getaway from me. Not the best. We would have hoped that we could have pulled out a bit more of a gap, but Perez obviously managed the warm-up just a little bit better than us and was able to keep with us. However, Max Verstappen isn't going to want to settle for 3rd place. He's going to want the win. So there's a good chance that the 2 Red Bulls could end up fighting later on in this race. But here's somebody we haven't really spoken about. Esteban Ocon started down in 7th and has found his way up to 5th. He's having a good race. And we know our car's quick, so he could be a contender later on. George Russell and Lewis Hamilton down in 6th and 7th. Decent weekend for Mercedes, given where their car is. Ferrari, 8th and 9th. Not the best. It could be better, but given where they are on the R&D chart, they are not performing this season, it has to be said. But look at this. Sergio Perez is right there. Max Verstappen's coming through. Look at them side by side. That's probably going to cost them some time, but somehow they seem to be right there. Max Verstappen's trying to get past, but Sergio Perez is keeping it. Who's going to take it into Stowe? Max Verstappen just looks like he's got the edge there as they almost make contact. But here's Pierre Gasly. He might find his way through here now. Like I've been saying, that when they battle and they squabble, because Gasly's so close, it just seems to work in our favour. Lap 23 then. We are leading. But boy is it close. Less than a second to Verstappen, who did get through on Perez, of course. And we've gone wide. We've gone wide. That's going to cost us a ton of time so we don't get a penalty. And there goes Max Verstappen. We've handed him the lead of this race. But we're not going to let him keep it for very long. Down the outside we go. There's an issue. We never want to hear that. Especially not this deep into a race. Remember what happened last time in Canada when he said that? Fingers crossed, it's just a minor issue. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez now fighting again. Intercop side by side. Wow, that's ballsy. Sergio's just about got the edge there, and that does give us a small opportunity just to pull out a bit of a gap. Side by side again through. I just... Surely team orders at this point, but Gasly is under pressure from Esteban Ocon, who's just going to drag through George Russell as well by the looks of it, and up into P4. Look at this, George Russell up into P4. Who's going to come out on top here? Looks like Esteban just might have the edge. He's got the inside line into the chicane, but now he's going to be on the outside. As we come across the line, we're in the lead from Max Verstappen, who is right on our gearbox, by the way. And Esteban Ocon does get himself up into P4. That was sensational racing. We're under pressure here. No doubt about it. We are under pressure. Max and Perez seem to be done squabbling. Look at the front left tyre. These tyres have seen better days. Here comes Max. He's getting closer. He's got DRS. We've got plenty of DRS, but we're not going to use it all up right now because we've still got 3 laps to go after this. Fending him off for now then. George Russell though up into P4. That was sensational, a double overtake there because Ocon just dragged him past Gasly. That's unfortunate for Gasly because he was on for a podium potentially if he could get one of the Red Bulls. But here comes Max. Look at that on the outside. What was that? Did you see that arrow? We'll take another look at that then. But I was firmly ahead going into that corner and Max just thought, sod it, I'm going to send it. I'd like to see a replay. Hopefully we have a replay. Yeah, wow, that was naughty. Ocon up into P4. Here's what happened, look. Slow-mo. Look at my line. I'm going straight for the apex. I'm fully ahead. And then he just goes, nah, I'm going to send it. And he smashed into the side of my side point. Luckily, doesn't look like we picked up damage from that. So I'll take it. It is what it is. Good hard racing at the end of the day. But we have taken damage. We have taken damage from Max Verstappen. Sergio Perez has taken advantage of the fact that Verstappen's probably yeeted his wing in all of that and is now up into second place. With our diffuser damage though, we're struggling. The car just wants to go straight. I don't know if that is the diffuser or what happened, but it doesn't feel good. The tyres are not good either. Look at this. Look at this. Esteban Ocon, while the 2 Red Bulls are fighting, says, thank you very much. Here I come. I'm going to have those places. And up he goes into P2. He might be a threat to us now because our car feels horrible. But Max Verstappen, what a nightmare for him. Down into P4 where he started after leading the race at one point. Gasly might even have an opportunity if Verstappen's got damage. We'll see. On to the last lap. Esteban Ocon is flying. He is flying. He's obviously feeling good about those overtakes and is thinking, I've got a chance here. He might actually be here to rain on our parade. We're struggling. The car just wants to go straight on. And that's not good, especially in these high-speed corners that Silverstone has. It's a struggle. Can we keep them at bay just for one more lap? All we have to do is having a look up the inside. Oh, a bit of contact from teammates there. He's going around the outside. Nah, surely not. We're just about going to hold him off. Get on the power. And we keep the lead for now. But it's going to be touch and go. Look at this. Ocon. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Ocon had to look up the inside into Cox. He almost takes himself out there because I was not expecting that. He wants this win. He's not won a race this season. He's not won a race last season. He wants this win. It'll be his second ever race in Formula 1. And he's only a 10th now as we head onto the DRS straight. Look at the speed he's got. We've got no answer for this. He sails past us like we're not even there. One of the Red Bulls, Sergio Perez, up the inside as well. We're going to have to defend that one. And boy, oh boy, Ocon has just absolutely rained all over our parade. We nearly smashed into the back of him there on the final corner, but we are going to come home to get a P2 ahead of Max Verstappen, who just about took P3. That was a race. That was a race. That should have been the win. Max gave us damage and Ocon took advantage. I can't blame him, but team orders would have been nice. Just hold the Red Bulls back. I think they were just all too close.
So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think the key here was just the quality of the racecraft, you know? I mean, how many overtakes did they make overall? I'm sure we have a stat person keeping score somewhere, and it was fantastic to watch, wasn't it? This is a strategic sport at the end of the day, but it's always really gratifying to see close-fought battles on track. It's what all the fans are after.
As As today's winners make their way up the podium steps, the folks at Alpine have shown once again just what it takes to build a successful Formula One team. A well-deserved win for them.
What a race that was. But it was another one where I feel like we should have won, and it was just taken away from us. Ocon drove a fantastic race in fairness. He started all the way down in P7 and made it up to the lead. We were on pole, we should have won it, but we had damage from Max Verstappen. Thanks, Max. And yeah, Max made it onto the podium. Just strong racing this weekend. We do get the fastest lap, so it's an extra 19 points for us, but 25 points for Ocon. We started on 8th, not even 7th, we started 8th, so all the way up to first. Second for us, Max Verstappen in third with 15 points, of course, and Perez in fourth. In the championship then, that looks like this: 118 points for me, 132 points for Perez in second, and Max Verstappen still leading the championship with 157 points. In the constructors, 186 points for Alpine in second, and 289. Red Bull are absolutely running away with that one. Oh, that was a banger. Good race. Hopefully we get more of those as we head to Austria. And of course, Austria is a sprint round, so that'll be fun. Join us for that one on Wednesday. If you like this video, click the little like button, leave a comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.
The contract renewal window has opened. We can try and renegotiate for a better deal with our current team, or approach someone else.